Okay, top 10. Top 10. Mine are over here.
Pow!
Bow. Bracka-cow.
Are you saying pow? Pow!
Bracka-boog-a-dow. All right, top 10. The good stuff.
Yes.
Oh, we were fighting a lot over the last one. You're kind of getting a switcheroo here. So I already know some weird stuff that's in here. All right, let's get started. So number 10, you ready? For those of you new here, this is our top 10 video. We're so excited to get to it. It's our top 10 video of the week. We read all the weekly comics that come out. We break it down. We just did a video of our skip-its and meh-is.
Yeah.
So we do those for you. These are the top 10s. I go through the keys that are out for the week. I pick a lot more based on keys. Sometimes I have books in my top 10 I didn't wish were in my top 10 because they have key factor to them, and I feel like you got to get them. Drew strictly story
and reading experience.
Does you want to read the next one? That kind of stuff. Like I just said, I'm Shawn.
This is Drew.
Yes, and here we go with our top 10.
So I got an 11 real quick.
Okay. Go ahead.
I got an 11. It is Nottingham.
God. Okay, so I haven't had a chance to read Nottingham yet.
Yeah.
Everyone's been telling me to read it. I can't wait to read it. I got it right here in a pile to read.
Yes.
I will read it, and I'm sure I'm going to love it because everyone's freaking out about how great it is.
So this is arguably the best twist and take on Robin Hood since the original story.
Oh, man.
This is fantastic. The art is very similar to Sean Gordon Murphy's art style.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely.
That's not a bad thing.
Absolutely. And I cannot wait. I read, you didn't have the fourth one. I read it online, and I am just blown away by how good this is.
Okay, so get Nottingham.
Yes, if you can find these, get these. I know Ernie probably has some squirreled away somewhere. If you ask nicely,
that's our store, Comics Elite.
Yeah,
message us on Facebook.
Yep, and ask Ernie very, very nicely if you can. If
he's got some squirreled away. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so I haven't read it yet. I can't wait. I ran out of time, guys. It's already 9:42
in the PM.
In the PMs, our time. Okay, so great call. Thanks for getting a chance to read that. I didn't have a chance. It's been a crazy ass week.
And I haven't had a chance to read it either until literally yesterday. And this series is fantastic.
Okay, nice. Okay, number 10 for me. Okay,
there it is.
All right, I have. So he has Man Goat and Buddy Man issue 3
of 3. Yes,
and I have Fight Girls issue number 1.
Yep.
Sabine Rich and Frank Cho. Go for it. You start with yours.
Yes, this issue gets crazy really damn fast. That's what I loved about it. And
agreed.
I love the dialogue. The banter is terrific. The humor is top notch in this. To me, it is.
Okay, got it. You liked it.
Yes, I did. But does the prophecy get fulfilled? Will the Earth come to an end? You got to read to find out. I had a blast reading this. It was a lot of fun, and I hope we see more of these too.
It just missed the mark for me. I just kind of, it was in my skip it. That's how different we were on this one.
Yes.
It says number 10. It's my skip it. Totally different. If you like this kind of stuff, pick it up. If not, hey, that's why we say buy what you like, collect what you want.
Yeah. It seems like, more or less, issue 2 is kind of that breaking point.
Yeah.
And I love the humor in issue 2. I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah.
And
I ain't mad at you for this one.
Okay.
I mean, I could see how you could totally like it. People could like it. Just missed the mark for me.
It's just so off the wall crazy and random. Yeah.
Fight Girls. Oh my God. I loved it. So first off, Frank Cho and Sabine Rich. I'd be surprised if this isn't in your top 10, bro. It's gotta be in your top 10. It's so good.
Oh, it's skip it.
Frank Cho, Sabine Rich. The story's fantastic. The pacing of the story. You find out what's happening while the girls are going through their first challenge. There's a couple oh crap moments in there. Absolutely loved it. Loved it. Oh, sorry. I told you it's almost 10.
Yes.
My first yawn of the night. Okay. So you got to get it. The art, come on. One of the best teams in comics, Frank Cho and Sabine Rich. Yeah. Sabine Rich has been for a long time now, one of the top colorists in comics, period. Some of your favorite J. Scott Campbell covers were probably, and Frank Cho covers.
Yes.
All of his Harley Quinn covers he did were colored by Sabine Rich. And it's so good to see her bring such life to such an amazing talent like Frank Cho. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Sabine is a great art penciler in her own right. She's done many exclusives for us. So yeah, just huge. Loved it. Next one,
number 9.
Number 9.
She's a beauty, that number 9, and I got Fight Girls.
There it is. Imagine that. I have Sleigh Bells.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and carry on with the Fight Girls.
So a queen has abdicated her throne because she can't bear children, which is interesting. And to fill that throne, there's a contest of champions that will be had with 10 women to see who is the mightiest to become queen. And it's great. And I had a lot of fun with this. It takes a hilarious turn about a third of the way through, and I laughed out loud with how it went. Like,
me too, yeah.
Didn't see it going that way with
didn't
this.
See that happening.
Yeah, but like you said, the art is damn gorgeous in this. Yes,
so good.
Yes, damn gorgeous. You got to get this for the art alone. I hope they do like a black and white, like oversized edition of this because I love this.
I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah,
it's such a pleasure. I'm not to over gush over this, but I had such a pleasure reading it.
Yeah,
and I mean, the reason it's not higher for me is because there's just a lot of keys out this weekend.
It's fun. It's just a fun story. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I have. I'm gonna cut that out. I promise. Okay, sleigh bells. Sleigh bells. It's hard to describe the story.
Yes.
Santa has a bad day.
A very bad day.
He has a really bad day, and it goes dark quick.
Yes.
My only complaint about this, I want more of crazy demon Santa. I want more of that. I hope it doesn't end the way they ended it. It did take a super dark twist at the end. The last couple pages, you're like, oh, whoa, wow. That was depressing.
Yes.
So it starts off with going one way, but then it kind of takes a big kind of turn. So, and the backup story is fantastic in this.
Yes.
Fantastic in this. So just like everything with Bad Idea is really cool, it starts with a bad idea. A bad idea. Dad takes his kid hunting. That was on Christmas.
Yes.
Eve. Bad idea. I love how they're doing. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it's so good. I loved it. Number 9 for me.
Yes.
Number 9 for me. Okay, next.
The Ocho. Number 8. Snake Eyes Dead Game.
Okay. I'll start. Geiger.
Okay.
Finally, we're getting some of the dark, twisted, like the dark twisted stuff I was looking for.
Yes.
He's a hero, but he's not a hero. And the world around him is descended into this
Mad Max.
Really Mad Max type of place.
Yeah.
And I really, really like this issue. I almost kind of started to slip with issue 3, but it pulled me right back in with issue 4. I'm solid aboard with this title. The art is just beautiful. Beautiful. The storytelling is great. Something happens. I don't know what's happening. I can't wait to read the next one. They introduce another weird group of people to see what they've turned into. Like, wow, that's pretty dark. Then one of the main protagonists, he's doing some really dark stuff. It's great. I really like this one. Go with your Snake Eyes, sir.
Yeah, I love Snake Eyes Dead Game number 5. To me, this issue was awesome. I just loved how we got 20 plus artists doing their inks on that. That was just me. And the Neil Adams splash page is worth it alone. In my
It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, and so this is all told past tense by Snake Eyes in his after action report to the Department of Defense, and we get Snake Eyes v. Destro in the Kurgan, and it's awesome. I had a blast.
Yep, I liked it. Again, it was a meh for me. It was a meh for me. It wasn't a skip, but it was a meh because, to me, I want the art to be a little more distinctive with all the artists. But like you mentioned, they're all inkers on the page, which is great.
Great, yeah. But yeah, that would have been fun too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, number 7.
Ordinary Gods.
I didn't get a chance to read that.
Okay.
So full disclosure, it's right here. I didn't get a chance to read it, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk about that.
This was I'm always cautious of how much we can swear on YouTube.
I try to minimize it just because I don't want to get flagged.
This is a mind screw. And
there you go. Mind
screw. And I'm still trying to figure out what's going on.
F.
Yeah, this is mind F. And I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. So I was hoping you could have read it and I could have talked to you about it.
I know. I'll read it later. I promise.
Yeah. So I'm trying to. So I think I got this. It's a kid inhabited by a god who's the luminary. And he's a part of a faction that needs to destroy the world. I think.
Okay.
I think, and it is a wild ride. And I'm hoping I can keep the story straight eventually. Kyle Higgins wrote it, and it's a soft recommend. It's a very, very interesting story that takes a wild turn towards. I was
wondering who wrote it. You said Higgins. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Spider-Man 70 for me. I really like this. I'm excited about Spider-Man again. There's the big oh crap moment in there right towards the beginning where I'm going, oh crap, that was that. What is going on? And then I was hooked the rest of the issue. It isn't the Sinister War yet, but this is, if there's a prelude and a build up to it, this is it. And I am excited for it.
Yep, I can't wait.
Very excited for it. I'm even more excited for it now. So get this one. Get this one. I still don't really know what's happening with Harry and Kindred.
Yeah, yes, there is a weird twist in this. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. How is this? What's going on?
Because Kindred was revealed to be Harry, but Harry is in a cell with the what's her face, with the girl.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, but and you're kind of like, but we're supposed to have known this, I guess. Yeah. Like it was in the backstory. Yeah, it was in the backstory. Like, but this has happened. I'm going, I don't remember this.
Yeah. When
did this thing occur? So I'm like, I must have missed something somewhere, or it's just now happening. But yeah, super excited about it. Like, what's going on? I hope they don't just take this shortcut. Oh, it's a clone. But I love to see the villains they've chosen are great. Mm-hmm. Love it. Can't wait for this.
Yes, absolutely.
Got to get Spider-Man this week. Finally, it's a recommend again. Okay, next one. We'll be on 5?
6.
6.
I got Noctera number 5.
Okay, I have War of the Bounty Hunters.
Yes. Why don't you go ahead with War of the Bounty
Hunters? Okay, so War of the Bounty Hunters, it's full first appearance of Death Stick. That's the chick right there. And we get if you care about these new characters they've introduced, they're not introducing, but they've introduced in the comics, there's a couple twists in there. We get a rich backstory of someone's relation and a kid. A lot of these War of the Bounty Hunters have been really kind of skips. These supporting series, right? This is a pretty good one. This is a pretty good one. So I'm recommending this one. I feel like this is a lot more pivotal to the Bounty Hunter universe, to understanding it, to enjoying the other issues. It's not a throwaway issue where, oh, here's something that Luke and Leia did that doesn't matter at all because did it really happen? They're just using those characters. These are characters that were designed to be in this specific universe at this time, not just fill-in stories. And I really liked it. So I think this one's definitely a pickup.
Nice.
Noctera, go for it.
Noctera number 5. For me, it finally got good. This is like the first time, I think, maybe the second or third time it's been in my top 10. Mm-hmm. It finally, to me, this is the best issue so far.
Okay.
It was great seeing the brother really telling his sister like it is. I loved him just really giving it.
Because you'd never liked the sister.
No, and he really gave it to that self-righteous bitch in this issue. It was fantastic.
Man. Okay.
You can really tell that they have different values. I mean, she wants the safety over freedom, whereas he wants the freedom over the safety.
And he wants to fight for what's right.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's just like, we just want to be safe.
And I side with the brother on this. I want that freedom. I want that freedom to decide. I want to go out there and fight damn things.
I did like the big reveal of like, oh, look at these big things.
Yeah.
And you're going, what are those?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that redeems it for me. The what are those? I hope he takes it in a good direction.
Yeah. Art was great. Story's only getting crazier.
Art's great. Yeah. Tony Daniels. I mean.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. Now we're on number 5.
5, yes.
Numero 5. Hellions. All right.
13.
And I got Hulk. So I'll start with Hulk. We already talked about it in the Skip It's in the Mez video. She's not talking to Bruce. And she's not really talking to the Hulk. She's talking to Joe Fixit. So I guess this is Joe Fixit as the Hulk, or was the Hulk Joe Fixit?
Is it Joe Fixit, or is it the other Joe personality?
Or is it the Joe personality? Like that's kind of where. That's a great question.
Okay,
I assumed it was Joe Fixit. I don't know how many Joes are in there. How many people can be in this guy's brain? So, Betty, we get Betty finally instead of just Harpy. We get Betty as the Harpy. She has a soul again. She's back to being in the Hulk mythos, Betty. So they have she gives it to him pretty good. The Hulk gets a little touchy-feely a little bit. I'm glad he didn't keep going down that road because that would have lost me. They were getting a little too Hulk smashes.
Yes.
Hulk smash.
Hulk does not say lines from the movie as good as it gets.
I like my Hulk smashing things. He was smashing Betty for a while.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Yeah, they allude to it.
Yes, yeah.
So,
buttoning up his pants.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's a good break. We needed some human stuff from Al Ewing writing this, right?
He's got 2 issues left, right?
He's moving over to Venom, and Dinah's coming over to Hulk. So they're going to get Bruce. Remember, he left Bruce in hell. People are kind of forgetting that.
Yeah. He
left him there. And now he's banging Betty as Harpy and Hulk, which is like, erase that from my memory, right? But anyway, it's good. I really liked it. Need to pick it up. Talk about Hellions, man.
I enjoyed this so much because we find out the clone of Mr. Sinister survived.
Yes.
And he's not happy.
No.
And he brought some friends with him.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, by the time you get to the halfway point, from there on, it's like, oh, shit. This shit's about to hit the fan. I love
Sinister basically gets called out for his crap.
Yes, he does.
Which is really cool.
Everyone's like, you did what?
And there's a big reveal for the Hellions. Yeah, because he's been screwing with them big time.
Yeah, and they have no clue. And it's a fun read, especially if you've been kind of like waiting for this, like the chickens to come home to roost moment. And they really do in this issue.
Yeah, he finally gets it. Yeah.
Yes, he does. It's a great recommend for me. This is a fun issue.
Liked it. You got to read it.
Yes.
You can really kind of skip all the other Hellions and just pick up on this one. You're not going to be lost. You're good to go. All right, number 4.
Geiger, number 4.
Yes, I loved Geiger. I got Extreme Carnage because it's a key. This is a big key. We get a new Senator, Peter Crane.
Yeah.
I looked it up. Never saw the guy before. Couldn't find him anywhere in any Marvel databases. Carnage is back, right? Like
we see he survived. Yeah.
Yes. And there's a dude you think is a throwaway character in the beginning that Flash is talking to, but he comes back to him at the end, and all we get is Hank. So his buddy Hank, they're kind of hanging out, working together, odd jobs. And then Hank, so I like it. This now, all these Extreme Carnages, Scream is next, and then Riot and Fig and whoever else is going to be there. Yeah. They're all the same story. It's the same story going throughout. They're not standalones. So it's a series of all these stories together. So I really like the first one. It's very much got a God Loves Man Kill feel to it.
Yes, it does. Yes,
very much God Loves Man Kill with Senator Kelly and Meat Registration Act. This guy's like. The Senator's kind of on the same platform,
yes,
but it's
Friends of Humanity.
Friends of Humanity. They're like aliens are bad. Go away, aliens. So,
and I'll save my thoughts for later.
I really liked it. All right, so Geiger, tell me why you like Geiger.
This is the first time it's been in my top 10. First time because it's been a meh this whole time.
It has been mess for you the whole time, and I'm shocked because Gary Frank and
it's just
Jeff Jones.
It's just like I've been kind of like I don't know if I like where this is going, but this issue was action packed. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We get more insight into Prince Joffrey and his family, which is very off-putting. You see what it's like?
Dark. Yeah.
And we see a little bit more of Geiger's backstory. You know? And I love it. And each issue has gone better than the previous. And this is the first time I'm going to gladly recommend this. It is awesome.
I would agree with that. Each issue has gotten better and better as it goes. Yeah. Yes. And I think when this comes out, when the full series is out, kind of a big bold prediction here. I think it's just going to be a great one of those great trades. You just have to read it. Yeah. Like it's going to be like a must read story because there's a lot of dark stuff showing up.
Oh, absolutely.
In these, which is cool. Yeah. Cool. It's not just dark for the sake of being dark. No. You could see people doing this in this kind of a world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, watch Mad Max.
Yeah. All right. So Extreme Carnage key. Got to get its key. Okay. Number 3.
I got X-Force, number 21.
Oh, man. Okay, so where I talked about this in the other video, in the Skibbits and the Mez Ultra Mega, I picked the Ultra Mega cover. It's a key. Clementine from the video game Walking Dead. It's her first appearance in comics. That's significant. The Walking Dead story supposedly picks up after issue 75. It's gory and crazy, and there's every page is a WTF moment.
Yes.
Just when you think you know what's kind of going on, no, boom, something crazy happens. You're going, what's happening? And like that last page of that story, you're just going like, what am I reading? This is epic. Kirkham takes these characters that we've all grown to love from reading the comics and watching the TV show, and he turns them on their ears, and it's almost like he's like, we're putting these guys in a crazy situation, and you're going to see them like you've never, ever seen them before. It's crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy. The first 2 stories are solid. The last 2, the Clementine story is it was boring. Yeah. It was super boring. The art was lame, but it's a key. So there you go. Okay, X-Force.
X-Force 21. This is the first time I think X-Force has been in my top 10.
Ever.
Yes.
I didn't even know you were reading X-Force, to be honest with me.
No, I've been talking to Wes from Thinking Critical, who uploads her audio onto the podcast, his podcast. He's been telling me, dude, you got to check out some of these X titles. I'm like,
some of them are really good, yeah.
Yes, they are. Case in point, X-Force 21. To me, it was. So there's been a leak at a nuclear power plant that's gotten into the Pacific Ocean that could eventually cause damage to Krakoa. So X-Force goes to intercept.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, eventually, this spills and has led to an outbreak of man-things, which is fun to me, who are murdering people for working with the mutants. I think that's what they're mind warped to.
Yeah, I think that's what I got. Yeah.
So there's a great question that's brought up in this at the very end. If the man-thing fungus is infecting people, could Krakoa be infecting others as well as their medicines and food? I love that idea. That is terrific.
And Beast has been mind controlling this whole other race of Flana people with something he made to control their minds. He recently freed them, and that's still haunting and lingering over him too. So I don't know.
I love that little quote seed, for lack of a better term, being planted there.
X-Force has just been kind of so for me, like this one just missed the mark for me. But I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. I just love those subtle hints and ideas. They could. Hopefully they're teasing this crap. I'm hoping it does pay off.
Okay.
If it doesn't, I'm gonna call you out on it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I hope it pays off too.
Yes.
Okay. Number 2.
Extreme Carnage Alpha.
Oh wow, that got up there for you.
Yes, it did.
Okay. I'm going to start. I loved this X-Men number 1 because there's major first appearances in it. Also, the Mind Reaver. Never heard of a Mind Reaver before. It shows up, wreaks havoc. We find out why it showed up. There's a first appearance from Kevin Hang. So this dude has been planning. He's like the Elon Musk, I guess, of the world. And he's been planning to go to Mars. But he's been also shaping his body to be able to withstand Mars in case they can't terraform the entire planet. So he's pissed because the X-Men just did it. They took his dream away from him, basically. So we get to see this guy. And then there's another person, Cordyceps Jones. I couldn't find this one either. Basically, they're like, hey, he's starting a contest and with a bunch of bets to see who can eradicate Earth of humans first before they start taking over other planets. So the X-Men taking over Mars is definitely taking the note of the rest of the universe, and they're trying to stop them. I love the way the X-Men were written. I liked all the characters they picked for it, except for I'm with you. Wolverine is called Wolverine because he has claws. He was literally raised by wolves.
Yeah.
I mean, and Laura Kinney, they're trying to make her Wolverine again. If she's Wolverine, then what's Logan? Is he just Logan now? Is he done being Wolverine?
Well, because Wolverine's a title. It's a mantle passed down. It's not a name. But
if she's Wolverine, then why is Wolverine in the Wolverine series? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I have a hard time. No. They're going to have a monumental task ahead of them of writing Laura to be Wolverine. And she just doesn't have the backstory of rage, mystery, being Black Ops with Weapon 10 or Weapon X the whole time and all this stuff.
Well, not just that, but being involved in a love triangle with Jean and Scott too. That's another factor too. And she doesn't have that.
Yeah, that's another part of it. Is study House of 10, Powers of 10.
Not just that, but how many people has Logan banged through history? And you get none of that from Laura. You just get she's like an asexual.
I would love to have seen the interaction between Scott and Laura and Wolverine on a team.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see what happens. She's uneventful.
Yes.
In this. Wolverine's an X-Force, I think, being underutilized and not used at all. Anyway.
I will say the one thing that did let me down about that, there was a crappy fastball special used by the Quentin Choir. I hate that character. I really
we can talk about Quentin later. He has his pluses and negatives. Okay. But talk about Extreme Carnage.
Extreme Carnage Alpha.
I'm happy to see this so high in your top 10 also.
Yes, I was not expecting it to be so soon after King in Black. I'm like, this is actually damn good. And who wrote it? Philip Kennedy Johnson.
It's really good, yes.
So after the King in Black symbiote invasion, we have a senator with his Friends of Humanity. They want to banish aliens. And I don't really disagree with them. I kind of understand and sympathize. At this point, when your Earth is pretty much covered in space goo, symbiote goo, it's like, I'm tired of this crap, But yeah, that's me. So Cletus Cassidy is back. He's alive, and his friends are calling for Flash Thompson, and he has big plans.
Big plans.
Huge. And so Iron Man has put Flash Thompson in charge of guarding the senator to make sure nothing happens to him, because if something does, Fit will hit the Shan.
Yep.
And so there's some good mysteries here, and I hope they all get unraveled. I cannot wait. Great dialogue, great art, strong recommend.
I like that they didn't throw away the fact that in King in Black, Iron Man made a symbiote full of infected with extremis.
Yes.
And that thing's still around. So he made this thing, and you can't just throw that away. That's something significant that happened. Well, they mention it in here, which is really cool. They're not throwing away these major plot points that happened in the Marvel Universe that are huge.
Yes.
Like, that was really cool of them to revisit that.
Absolutely.
Revisit that.
Yeah, so this is not a throwaway miniseries. This is actually damn good.
Yes, it's good.
Yes, absolutely.
Keys, it's key.
Yeah.
Okay, last one, number one.
Number one.
What made your top number one?
Man Goat, Space Bastards. Number 7.
I have World War She-Hulk. So we get inside the mind of Jennifer Walters. I like that point of view we got to see. I think it could be a cameo key of a different version of her in the red, spoiler alert, red room, right? And the way they capture her is actually really cool. And it makes sense. There's a pretty kind of a dark moment in there where he's like the gorilla man.
It's like, that was like, I did not see this.
Yeah,
coming.
That was surprising.
Yeah,
I was like, wow. He's like, whoa, wait, you can't take her. I thought about this, and then there's a traitor, and then he's like, what about me? And they're like, nope. And then wow, like that was crazy, and they really thought this out, and you can kind of see how this is kind of building up into a World War She-Hulk. So they got big shoes to fill using that title.
Yes, they do.
And I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm skeptical. I'm a huge Hulk fan. World War Hulk was probably Planet Hulk and World War Hulk were probably two of the best Hulk stories ever told. Right along Peter David's Future Imperfect and some other amazing Hulk stuff that was done. And they got big shoes to fill, and they're very ballsy of them to calling the series World War She-Hulk, and I hope Jason Aaron lives up to it. So we shall see.
Yes, we shall.
Space Bashers, go for it, brother.
Biz cover. I love it. Love the biz.
It is great.
So this is a double-sized Manicorn issue, and it's a prequel about how the Manicorn wound up with the Postal Service. It's bloody, violent, and just damn gorgeous.
All of those things.
So Manicorn never forgets, and he will never give up. And just one thing I've learned about this, he's never going to stop.
Yeah.
Never. He's like Joe Pesci in Casino. That's one thing I could compare him to that. It's like you go after him with your fist, he's going to come back with a knife. You go after him with a knife, he goes after you with a gun. You go after him with a gun, you better make sure he's dead.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I love it.
It's so cool. Yeah. I loved it too, man. I fantastically loved it. It couldn't make my top 10. There's too many keys in there. So, there we go, man. There's our top 10. So a lot of keys this week. I think World War She-Hulk. You got X-Men. You got the
Extreme Venom.
Extreme Venom.
Alpha. Yeah.
The Skybound issue. Extreme Carnage.
X-Force.
Lots of keys. X-Force is not a key, but you can get it. So you know what to do. You know the drill.
Like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. It's down there.
That way you can win all these. I'm giving all these away, guys. All these are being given away. My top 10, I give them away. So you can win these. You just gotta comment your like number. Let us know what you're looking forward to, what you like, what you hope is good. Whole 9 yards, man. Let us know what you got going on, and buy what you like, click what you want. Don't listen to the haters. Enjoy comics. Comics are supposed to be fun, and we'll see you soon.